Another Tesla recall may be in the works, and this time, maybe it's not over the air, but something very serious and sinister. Steering, it's the problem. Let's talk about it. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. So before we get into it, we should really look at the source because it's the Register out of the UK. I don't follow them. I don't know anything about them. Maybe they're great. Let's take a look. Oh, bias right down the middle. Factual reporting high. That tells me we should be worried. So let's take a look here. Tesla power steering probe upgraded after thousands more incidents reported. Probe that started with just 12 records 6 months ago has ballooned to 2191 claims of failed 23 Model 3 and Y steering. That's suspicious. Yeah, an investigation, NHTSA got involved. They started looking at it, not including duplicates. 2,191 power steering failure incidents have now been identified. That's a lot. Now, mind you, they sold, hundreds of thousands of cars, but even still, a 1 in 1,000 failure is not good. Majority of allegations reported seeing a warning message. That's possible. That's possible. And again, this is, a reputable paper. Let's keep reading here. In multiple instances, complainants said they were able to remedy the situation by turning their Muskmobile, least biased, right here, guys, least biased, high factual reporting Muskmobile. Let's bear in mind that this isn't in the tech or safety or lifestyle. No, this is posted in Offbeat, where we find a lot of gems. A lot of gems. Moving on, let's try AP to get to the bottom of it. Problem is upgraded and now one step closer to a recall. So here's the thing, you guys. Recalls are a thing that really happens. This is not a nothing burger. We don't know yet. It could be something quite serious. 334,000, of which a couple thousand might be affected, are affected. So maybe it's a widespread problem. The agency received a dozen complaints, made them known, and then magically thousands of additional complaints signed up. That's unusual. That is not typical behavior. NHTSA does not see behavior like this when it comes to other manufacturers. It's not how it works. Nobody sees these kinds of numbers. I have a contact in Michigan who spoke with the guy at NHTSA who fields these requests, and he said, he won't talk to me, that the pattern is unusual. Because all you need is a location and a VIN number to file a complaint. And you can get VIN numbers off websites. They're very easy to get. You can get them from parking lots. You can get them from car shows. If you were going to try and cause headaches, this would be an easy way to do it. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying it's perfectly likely, definitely possible. But the real problem is when you call everything a recall, nothing is a recall. I just went to the old news of the Googles and typed in Tesla recall, and everything we get is about over-the-air issues. Latest safety flaw, backup camera. Oh no, that was 11 hours ago. That's still about changing the size of the icons in the startup menu. Recalled over a font. It's a little better. 2 million. So guys, if everything's a recall, nothing's a recall. You gotta do better. Tesla's week gets worse. Fine, safety investigation. It's drown out in the noise. Is this a real issue? Should we care? Does it matter? Well, what's it actually take? Let's jump over to NHTSA's website here. Resources related to investigations and recalls. Guys, you can do your, consumers who experience an issue are entitled and encouraged to file a complaint. Complaints can be filed here, and you can even look up the complaints. Easy. So we go here, and it says you can search by keyword. You can't. You have to do a different page for that. But I tried Tesla steering, and it didn't work because, of course, it didn't. Because why would it? Nothing. No result. But if we just go Tesla, then all of a sudden you'll see more. This is sorted by most complaints. Yes, most complaints is the sort. And you'll see nothing has 2,100 complaints. Nothing combined has 2,100 complaints. I don't know where that number comes from. It seems erroneous. And these are spread out. And the fact that it's exactly 804 for all of these cars from 2021 tells me there's some overlap, some serious, serious overlap. But let's just pick one and see what it looks like. Here we go. 804 complaints. Oh, that's not good, you guys. Uh, Forward collision avoidance, electrical system, airbags. None of those are it. Exterior lighting, visibility wiper. Well, let's just pick one. Santa Ana, California, and a partial VIN. Now, I assume that they did provide the full VIN, but some of these are ridiculous. One I saw said, "My hood came unlatched, smashed the windshield." I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Never heard of it. That would have made the news. That would have been front page, and we know it would have been. We attempted to use the cruise control, but it happened again. No prior warnings. It's happened many times since then. You know, these could be real complaints. I don't know. They're all a little silly. Again, maybe real, maybe not. Let's search complaints by keyword. Tesla steering. Here we go. March and October. Well, March has got to be the one. A squeak. It's a squeak. So maybe the site isn't working. Maybe it's not great. Maybe this is all crazy talk and there's nothing here. I'm inclined to lean towards the latter. It doesn't seem like the sort of thing that would be a big deal without us hearing about it. And if it is a big deal, all the people who are constantly filing bogus complaints need to stop doing that because there's real ones. Wheels squeak, that's a real issue. Let's get that fixed. But the other ones, what are we even doing here? It's frustrating. Steering, here we go. The contact stated that while driving at an undisclosed speed, the limited steering warning light illuminated and the power steering was inoperable. Now, this isn't on. What model is this? This is on a 2015 Model S 60 kilowatt hour vehicle. So that's weird. That's not, I mean, this is an old car at this point. I don't know. It's all very interesting, is I guess what I'm saying, and a little suspicious and a little odd. Because whenever a real complaint comes up, we hear about it. When there was that issue with, oh, the castings are cracking, and we saw just a zoomed in chunk of the car. We didn't get to see, if you'd have zoomed out, we didn't get to see that the vehicle had been in a horrific crash and had been very poorly repaired by someone who was trying to salvage the title. Don't take those things lightly. And when you hear weird issues, ask questions is, I guess, what I'm saying. Because there's no reason to lose our minds over what's probably no big deal. If we were to go to, let's just go to the recall and go by complaints by keyword and just see if steering is something that comes up for other makes. No match. Oh, your search found 36,000 records. Steering Ford, 15 complaints. Steering Volkswagen. I'm sure it needs to be spelled out. We'll just go Kia, 4 complaints. Yeah, this is how it works. Steering for, there's complaints happen. It happens to everybody. Mercedes, 4 complaints. Yeah, suspension and steering. It just happens. There were, when I looked it up, something like thousands and thousands of recalls performed in 2023, but you didn't hear about very many. You might have heard about 2 or 3 from each manufacturer, apart from Tesla, where you heard about every single one. That's not healthy. That's not helpful. You're boosting brands that are less safe in favor of, while discrediting Tesla for being quite safe. The safety tests are quite good. And there's two ways to do that. You can actually crash test them, they do very well, or you can look at the actual data, look at the actual injury and accident and death rates. Performs very well. Exasperating. What did I miss? What did I misunderstand? I'll leave it all in them comments below and stay tuned, stay juicy. And I cannot wait to hear from you, clever robots, if we survive this terrible car Mageddon. Even I'm ashamed of that one.